Fight Q&A, baby! It starts now!
Yes, it is Saturday, July 16th, 2022, and it is indeed a heck of a morning. Nope, just kidding. It's just early start time for an MMA show, for a UFC card. It is UFC Long Island. It is time for the People's Pre-Show. Hope you're ready. Hope you had a delicious, because we're going to have some early day face punching. UFC Long Island's going to be capped off by a big-time main event in the UFC featherweight division between Brian Ortega and Yair Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hope everyone's Saturday is off to a fantastic start. Welcome. I am Mike Heck, being joined by the Prince of Positivity, brightening our day as always, Mr.
Oh, I've got too many buttons undone. I've got too many. Oh no, this is.
Woo!
Oh
yeah!
I'm just listen.
Woo!
Saturday. I'm just saying. Friday night. That's Friday night. Saturday morning transition. You guys know. You guys know how it is out there. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You guys know how it is.
Wow.
Out there. You know what I'm saying?
Just like WWE programming, we're gonna have to bump this up to a 14 rating, 14 plus here. And joining us on the ones and twos as well, he's back to being the baddest stash at MMA. Casey Leiden. Hello, sir. Good morning.
So, I was just thrown off. I saw so much of AK's chest. You know, I saw it was it's too early for this. Now we can't monetize this. Now we have to check the little box. This video is not suitable for kids. You know, everything changes now because one button. Thanks, AK. Thanks.
It's crazy.
Well, it's okay, because now it's time to answer your questions, get your thoughts on this card, which kicks off in around 30 minutes or so with Jessica Penne versus Emily Ducote. It's going to end with Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez. It should be a very competitive card. I feel like we're going to get a lot of decisions on this card, but maybe not. Maybe we'll get 12 finishes. Who knows? But let's go to the peeps. Let's see what's on your mind this morning.
Decisions can be very exciting. Exciting decisions or just decisions? What is that? What is that, Heck? Are you excited?
No, I think there'll be. I think there'll be a mixed bag of fun decisions and the occasional grindy, slower kind of decision. But who knows? We'll see.
So today's card is going to be much like how you like your martial arts, a mixed bag.
Oh, not
well,
this
most
guy.
of us, anyways.
Speak for yourself, pal. Speak for yourself, pal.
All right.
Let's see what our
we
friends
got?
in the community have to say.
I'm setting one up now. I'm set. It's
there you go.
sometimes it takes time to get warmed up, and it'll spring up at any moment. So, 1 second.
We need a spell check. We need a spell check, David. Spell check.
I think he spelled it exactly.
That morning poll will spring up soon.
It will. I think he spelled it exactly as intended.
Oh my god. All right. What is going on?
Poll is up. What non-main event fight are you most excited about, people? Vote in the poll. That is one of the options. That's one of the options.
Yes, that is a great fight. AK, I'll let you take this one, because you wave the flag of bantamweights prouder than anybody else. So have at it. Ricky Simone, Jack Shore. This should be a good one.
One, if not both of these guys, is going to be in the top 10 by the end of the year, by early 2023. I think whoever wins, I almost for sure is going to march in that direction, and I think the loser will not be far off. I am expecting this to go to a decision. A finish wouldn't surprise me either, but I think they're fairly evenly matched. This is one of those examples, Mike, where you said, like, we're kind of expecting quite a few fights to go the distance tonight, because that's good matchmaking. That's good matchmaking. Sometimes you have the kind of good matchmaking that's like, oh, this is definitely going to produce a highlight. Someone's going to get smoked. Sometimes you have the kind of good matchmaking where it's like you have people who I think are pretty close in the rankings, even outside, the top 15. I know the UFC, and I'm sure some of us do, keep rankings extended past like 30, 40, however far you want to rank them. After a while, you kind of just cluster a lot of the names together. But I think Simone and Shore quite firmly in most people's top 20, top 25, just outside the top 15. Again, 135, there's so much talent there. So I love the matchup. It's not quite on the same level, but it's it kind of reminds me of a bantamweighty version of like a Sarukian Gamrot. Neither of these guys has like the upside of Sarukian. They're not as as young as he is. But I mean, as far as like how good these guys are and yet aren't ranked yet, like I said, one of these guys could see a number next to their name. If not after this fight, probably one more. So yeah, I'm super excited for both of them. Sure, I think undefeated. If in the UFC, undefeated period. Excuse me, 16-0, 5-0 in the UFC. He's actually tied for the third longest UFC bantamweight streak with TJ Dillashaw behind Merab and Aljamain Sterling. And Simone, really a talented guy. Once he stepped into the UFC
on a four-fight
win streak, yeah, and just knocked out a veteran in Rafael Assunção. That was a great fight for him to get. So I mean, I don't know if he's already ranked for most people in the top 15, but he's right knocking on that door. So and this is just a great matchup stylistically, great for where both guys are in their career. And I want to say, I just don't think there will be a loser. Someone will be disappointed at the end of the night, but this is a great. Why do you laugh? Why do you laugh? On the Prince of Positivity.
There's no winners, no losers.
No,
there's no
winners.
There's no winners, no losers. Just someone that's disappointed.
Yes, that's not what MMA is about. No one, MMA fans don't care about who wins and who loses. MMA fans are always supportive of both the winner and the loser. That's the culture that we work in. God bless all the MMA fans out there and the fighters themselves. But yeah, this could have been a main card fight on any other card. UFC Long Island just particularly stacked, so it snuck on the prelims, and that's fine.
I saw a couple of media members on Twitter were very upset with the placement of this card being so low, and you know what? I agree. This is way too low in the card. I know they went for some action fights on the main card, but I really think this should have been higher in the card. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a great fight between two super talented bantamweights moving up the ranks, but they just kind of threw it in the bottom half of the card. So
yeah, but it's like, what would you take off? Right, your two options are probably the welterweight bout, but those guys, but Li Jingliang is.
But
I think Li Jingliang is ranked in the UFC rankings, right? So there's a merit there. There's a merit there. I think he's ranked, or at least he's definitely been ranked in our rankings before. I know he's been ranked in the UFC, so he's a ranked guy.
These guys are coming a 4-fight win streak, and what's Jack Shore's UFC win streak right now? He's like,
But Sumaderji is also a product that they're involved in. Sumaderji's on a.
I don't mind that on the top of the card. No, I would take.
So what are you going to take off?
The welterweight fight for sure.
So ranked, but the guy's ranked, right? I mean, you got a ranked guy in there. It's justifiable.
Coming off demolishing. No. I like the leech, but that is way too high in the card.
Oh, I'm glad you at least said it, because I don't like when people say, well, this should be on, because then you have to take something off.
No, it's easy.
So that I respect. Yeah, that I respect.
No problem.
I'm actually more upset that it's not happening next week.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense actually.
I know.
But still, I mean, it's a great fight. Jack Shore's the favorite, -150. Comeback on Ricky Simone, +130. The fight goes to the distance prop is -225. I think there's some sauce there if you want to make that a parlay piece, if you will. But this will be a great fight. This is a great test for both guys.
By the way, if Shore were fighting next week, he'd be on the prelims again. So just so you know, that wouldn't have changed anything.
But it makes sense next week. Yeah. That's all.
He was on the prelims. He wasn't in the prelims the last UFC London card, so he'll be on the main card. Whatever happens next, I think he'll be on a main card somewhere. Yeah. But he wouldn't have made it on this one.
Well, even for Simone, on a 4-fight win streak at bantamweight, that's tough. So whatever.
Listen, Aljo can tell you that being a bantamweight contender, they do not care. Aljo took forever to be put on the main card. They just would not put him on a main card.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
And he doesn't care, or he enjoyed that process.
No, he was very. He was definitely not happy about it.
All right, fly through these. Got lots of questions.
Who you got for Penne versus Ducote? Method of victory. I got Ducote decision in my picks, but this is a close fight. You get experience. Both women are experienced, but there's something different about UFC experience, being in the bigger cage, fighting in front of a big crowd. I have a feeling that the Long Island will be out early. They will have some butts in the seats as soon as this fight starts. Ducote's a -165 favorite. I think there is some liveness to Penne as a +140, especially if this goes to the scorecards and it's a competitive fight. Penne seems to be on the right side of a lot of these split decisions, not like Angela Lee or Maybe not like Lupi Godinez in some of these cases, but I got Dakota by decision. I just think she's got more the youth. I think she's got more ways to win this fight, but Penny's a dog, man. She is definitely a dog in more ways than one. She can grind it in the octagon, and then I think she's live at plus 140. But my official pick is Dakota by decision. AK.
Yeah, I think that's the popular feel for this one. I won't go against it. I think Dakota by decision. I think she's really talented. She's fought some great. She's just been fighting really good competition for the last 2 or 3 years. Like Alima Lee McFarland, some people she's beaten in Invicta. She started racking up some finishes in Invicta, so really showing that she was kind of a notch, that she was ready to kind of take that next step. So Dakota's really talented. Penny, man, all the experience. She's also seen it all. I mean, she's fought Joanna at Jacek, but I'm just going with youth here. I'm just going Dakota. I think is 11 years younger than Penny, and that's not everything. Like I said, it's experience versus youth, and depending who we're talking about, it could go totally differently. But for me, I'm tilting towards youth this time, especially if it goes the distance. I think Dakota just a little bit more in the tank, but I think you're right. It could be close. So there could be some really close like grappling exchanges too that, as we know, are very difficult for the judges to score. And I don't know. I'd love to see who's been brought out to judge the fights in New York, because New York has had some shaky calls all around. So we'll see.
Only in New York, yeah. I'm pretty confident Dakota by decision. She's looked awesome her last 2 fights. Google her knockout against Daniel Taylor, one of the knockouts of the year, maybe probably the biggest non-UFC knockout of 2021 maybe, or 2020 I think. But yeah, I got Dakota by decision. I think she's going to keep it standing. Penny won't be able to take her down, and Dakota should be able to just piece her up on her feet. And I really like Jessica Penne, and I like her as a fighter. She's a fun person. Great, just a very Have you guys ever had to interview Jessica Penne?
No.
Yeah, a while ago.
Oh, she's a mean one. Like if you ask her about a question she doesn't want to answer, she'll give you that FUI like what? So like
so funny. Funny.
That might be to you, Casey. I mean, that might be a Casey thing. I mean, that's
and we know each other. We like each other. And she's like,
exactly. I mean, that makes it worse. Yeah.
Funny story. She got mad at me in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
and I was completely joking around. I didn't even interview her, but we were on Radio Row, and so we each had our own desks, and then like I had like 2 or 3 chairs in case I had to interview multiple people. So I'm getting ready to interview, who the hell was it? I was getting ready to interview somebody on the Friday, the day before 276, and I turn around and Angela Hill and Jessica Penne are both sitting in 2 of the chairs. So I look at Angela Hill. I'm like, hey. I'm like, tell your friend to get out of my damn seat. Just like joking around. And Angela laughed, and Jessica was like, she was not happy. The look she gave me, I'm like, I'm only kidding. Like, I'm just joking around. Angela's like, calm down, Jessica. It was the look she gave me was like death. And then
that's what I'm talking about. Like, so you know what I mean? Like, she has this look like, oh man, I messed up.
I was like, I'm sorry. I was literally just joking around. Like, you could sit in that chair as long as you want. Like, I'll move to the other side of the venue if you want. But yeah, that look was pretty funny.
Gotta know your audience, Mike. You gotta know your audience. As someone who has definitely hurt feelings and mistakenly offended people I have a very dry sense of humor. I've learned to pick my spots, so I probably would not have gone for that one.
Yeah, I was just kidding. But what I'm geekily most excited about is to see my man John Anik in the gold blazer. That is the best.
Dude,
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that the UFC and ABC and the folks at Disney made this happen, because I know how much this means to John Anik. We've talked about it before the Calvin Kattar Max Holloway card. I'm like, we got to get you one of those gold jackets. We put it out into existence. And then that video of Anik and the crew being presented the jackets was just the best. Just the best. I'm so happy.
I might be wrong, but was that with Megan O'Leary wearing a gold jacket? Has there ever been a woman wearing a gold jacket?
Don't know.
It's a good question.
I was I got message Megan. I was like, Megan, that looked good on you. I'm just saying, that jacket, like, they all look good, but good job in the UFC and ABC to even like make a little video of that too. That's not just it was good. It was awesome. It looks good.
Yeah, fantastic job. Fantastic job.
Yes or no question. Yes or no question. Here we go.
Does Misha get the title shot at 125 with the win? Yes. AK.
No, because she's not beating Lauren Murphy.
With the win,
Casey.
does she get it, AK?
That's not what the question asks.
Ah, jeez. Okay.
You said yes or no. You said yes or no question.
I'm picking Lauren too, so I guess I'm going no too. Sorry.
Okay.
AK.
I'm going. Yeah, I guess I gotta go no too. Thanks, AK. Jeez.
Yeah, that's what you said. Answer yes or no.
Oh,
Yeah, we have to re-nickname.
Now you're sticking to the rules.
We have to re-nickname you, AK. You're now the Prince of bleh. Like
no, the Prince of literal. I respect the question. Julio Robolar, thank you for the question. Asked a very specific question. We don't manipulate.
Okay, it was a yes or no question. We're moving on. What are we talking about?
You're the listen. Look how it is. Listen, see how it is. Listen to this guy.
Hey. Can you show me a little bit?
Trap me.
Can you show me a little bit?
No, that's an HR violation.
Okay,
HR?
yeah. That was a trap.
HR?
Good.
Hold
Hey,
on.
you saw
HR?
that one coming.
I'm texting HR right now. I've got them on speed dial because they've had to talk to me a lot. They had to talk to me a lot, so it's very quickly.
They're on my Slack channel. I put them in my star group, priority, folder, HR. They know.
I cannot find, I can't find a history at all of a list of people who have worn the gold jacket, but just Googling gold jacket, ABC gold jacket woman does not bring any returns. So maybe she is the first?
Yeah.
Let's ask Twitter. Twitter's never wrong. I'll check Twitter.
Do you think we get a title fight on ABC in the next year? I would love that. I think, going back to the yes or no question, if Miesha Tate wins this fight, Valentina Shevchenko versus Miesha Tate could headline an ABC card, in my opinion. I think that's probably exactly where you put it. That's what I would do. But the next year, yeah, I'll say yes.
That that of all the title fights, I'm not talking about pay-per-view sales, but just title fights kind of. I think that one actually works well for ABC, honestly.
What were the headliners for the other two UFC and ABC cards? Max and Cater, right?
And then I think Kevin Holland and Derek Brunson was the other one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this would be a first. We're talking about a first, I think.
For ABC, yeah. Sure. It'll be the first title. It'll be the UFC's. Have they done a title fight on network TV since Kane JDS? I had to forget one.
Oh, but it was Vittoria versus Holland too. So Vittoria versus Holland was
UFC. That's what it was.
Yeah,
I knew Holland was in it.
And it made Vittoria a star on ABC.
Yeah. No, I like the suggestion that should Tate win? Yeah, throw that on free TV. Throw that on ABC. Put Valentina on. Give Valentina and Miesha that platform. Miesha's already well known, of course, mainstream wise. Give Valentina is like right there. I do feel like she's right on that cusp. She did a movie with Halle Berry. She jumps right at you too. I mean, she just like anyone who's seen. I sent some of my friends like that picture of Valentina on a horse that she posted recently. And they're just like, wow. And they're like, I want to know more. And I'm like, yeah, I think anyone who sees Valentina fighting or just doing anything is like, wow, this is a star. Like, I don't know who this person is. I don't know what she does, but I need to know more. She's very intriguing. Yeah.
Oh, man. She has to walk out in that outfit and that horse next time.
Please. This is boxing? This is boxing?
Yeah. Oh,
that would have happened yesterday.
Yeah.
That would happen yesterday.
Just put a little Venom logo on the horse and you're good.
Yeah, there you go. And guess what? You don't got to pay the horse either.
No, horse gets paid.
And you don't even have and here's the thing. Here's the thing. You don't even have to do like a 15 fight card on ABC. You could just do like a 4 fight card on ABC. Yes. Like, let's have some fun with this. Let's have some fun. We don't have to do a full slate. Like you could do. That would just be the best.
That's the dream. That's the dream. The UFC someday just putting together 5-6 fight cards, like quick hit. I
wish. Just for for these guys, like Saturday night's main event style. Like old WWF, you did like a 2-hour show with like 5 or 6 matches. That was awesome. It's not a 3-hour show. It's not a pay-per-view show. Yeah. Just do something like that.
It's not
starts at 6 or 7 p.m.
day and afternoon and night. Yeah.
No, every card has to be an endurance test.
Shane Burgos versus Jourdain is great, but you guys think this is a huge step up for Jourdain. He's had an okay start record-wise, but he's super entertaining. In my opinion, Burgos round 3 KO. Do you think, AK, you're the resident Canadian? Is this a would you consider this a huge step up for Charles Jourdain?
It's a step up. I don't consider it huge. Burgos has been ranked, so that's always something that should be factored. I think he's been a far in our rankings before. I don't think he's quite cracked our top 15. But it's the logical step up for Jourdain. Lando Venata is a veteran guy, really tough opponent. He submitted him. That was very impressive. Andre Ewell, I don't think he's in the UFC anymore, but again, very
No,
tough.
he fought.
He push kicked him out of the UFC.
Didn't Ewell fought on the Ewell fought last night, I think.
What?
Yes. So they had the Freedom Fight Night thing. I think you guys are all kind of aware of that whole thing. It's kind of like the Republican and stuff. Yeah, so it was Ryan Bader had a team, and I guess Tito Ortiz had a team, and Ewell was on the card. I don't have any results of Freedom Fight Night 2, but he's supposed to fight a young man by the name of Drew Brokenshire on this card. So if anybody knows how that fight went,
let us know.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, no, I don't think it's a huge. It is a step up, but it's a necessary step up. He's let's say he's 6. I would say 6 fights into his UFC career right now. No, more than that. 8. Yeah, it's time. He's got a winning record. He's won 3 of his last 4. And stylistically, Shane Burgos is a really good matchup for him. I mean, I wrote in my predictions. Both guys, I think, are more well-rounded than people give them credit for. I don't think it's like necessarily has to be this sort of rock'em sock'em robots like slugfest, but Burgos in front of a home crowd, he can't help it. He loves to bang. He loves to just throw. So he'll use his grappling defensively. I don't think he's going to be trying to submit Jourdain. I mean, if it's there, he'll go for it. But definitely he's going for the KO. So, but in that sense, that benefits Jourdain because I think Jourdain's also a really good technical striker. He can take advantage of that kind of aggression. So I'm leaning towards Burgos. I just think he's got a bit of a home court, home field, home cage advantage, whatever you want to call it, home arena. And I think I want to say, according to Michael Carroll, Burgos is undefeated in the state of New York. It's 6-0, I believe.
So it's
time for him to lose.
Yes,
he's beaten the odds for too long, Casey. He's due.
And Charles Jourdain does not have a win in New York. He's had 1 fight in New York, and he was defeated by Des Green in May of 2019.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was
very
a
first
weight class
UFC
up.
fight.
Pretty sure that was a weight class up too.
Yeah, so I mean, he's fought Andre Feely. He's fought Doo Ho Choi. Doo Ho Choi, I believe, was ranked at one point. Feely, I'm pretty sure was ranked at some point. So I mean, it's about right. It's about right. Like, yeah, Shane's a really good fighter. He had the loss to Emmet in a crazy fight. The loss to Barboza was like a really crazy fight, and then the finish of that fight was absolutely nuts, with him just taking the punch and then just his body shut down on him. Remember that, as he was like backing up into the fence and then just kind of collapsed. And the Billy Q fight was insane. Bizarre. So I mean, I think it's about right. I think it's about right. Jourdain's looked real good. The win over Lando Venata was really impressive. God.
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard anyone even suggest this was this is too big of a step up. No, this fight makes perfect sense. It's a great matchmaking, great placement of the card, and it's gonna be a grapple fest. Watch it, and it's gonna be one heck of a grapple fest.
Actually, so I can't see either of you right now.
What? Oh, really?
No, it's my fault.
Oh.
I don't know why. Continue on. We'll fix this after. Someone else will have to read the questions though, because I have no idea what's happening right now.
Morning blindness just kicked in.
My monitor,
hysterical. He's so excited, hysterical.
Yeah.
My desktop monitor just like turned off. I don't know why.
Okay, well, AK, you're the reader.
Continue on.
All right, I will read. Alba Morales Ramon says #free Nate Diaz, #gang. I mean, would you have to use 2 G's in the middle? Should it be like gang, or is this the right way to do you like this hashtag, Casey? Get like almost like gang.
We're moving on. We're moving on.
Okay, well, it's not a question, but I mean, I'm asking you a question.
I'm okay. I'm okay with gang. Oh, I see. Oh, it should be 2.
You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, if you were to separate the words, it'd be gang. That's gang.
No, it's gang. That's right.
It looks better this way. You like it this way.
Okay. That's how you do it. Yeah.
Stylize. You got to stylize a hashtag.
Okay. Make it quick.
Most underrated fight in the card. Who's being slept on by Matchbox 20's own Rob Thomas? I didn't know he was such a huge MMA fan, but no, Robert Thomas. I believe is the same young man, regular contributor to On to the Next One and other MMA fighting programming. What fight is being overlooked? I mean, we kind of talked about the opener, like the prelim opener a bit. Oh, Bill Algeo and Herbert Burns. Bill Algeo and Herbert Burns. I'm not entirely sure why Bill Algeo, Senor Perfecto, is such a big favorite. I get it. Burns coming up a loss. We haven't seen him in a while. And Aljo's really solid. And Aljo's already fought like a lot of veteran guys. People remember he fought Brendan Loughnane on the Contender Series, the infamous Brendan shoots for a takedown at the end, doesn't get signed fight. That was a really good fight though. That was a really good fight. I think if you ask Dana White, he'll think it was boring because the end.
Bill Algeo. Algeo.
Yeah, he was the Loughnane guy, and neither of them got signed.
He was the guy that lost. He was the guy that lost.
He lost to Brendan Loughnane, yeah, and it was like one of the best. It was one of the best fights on that episode for sure, and clearly both guys
until someone mixed the martial arts.
Yeah, exactly. How dare you, Brendan? He's like me. Listen, I give credit. Gotta give credit where credit's due.
You and Dana are so alike.
No, I'm not giving him credit. He's way ahead of he is really the innovator of hashtag keep the martial arts apart. So
okay.
I have to give credit where credit. I want to say I invented it, but I mean Dana's kind of been on top of that for a while. So, but that was a great fight where both guys were clearly UFC level, but because there was no finish, it's like, oh well, you can't sign either of them. So, so Bill Algeo's great. That's gonna be a great fight, and I'm really optimistic about Herbert Burns. I do think he's gonna pull off the upset here. It's hard to say again when you haven't seen someone for so long, but I think in this case it'll be a good thing for him. We'll see like a new version of him, just more mature. I mean, I know he's kind of up there in age, but he's immature mostly in fight years. So I think you'll see a much better version of Herbert Burns, and it's gonna be a great fight.
Hi.
Hey, he's back. Can you see us?
Can you see us?
Yes. Yep, I can. So basically what happened was I have like a power strip right near me. And I think it was flipped over and I stepped on it like half, and the switch on the side pushed halfway down. So like the rest of the computer worked, but it turned the monitor off. And then I moved my foot and it cut the whole thing out. So now it's moved and that will not happen again. I am an idiot. And here we go. I assure you, Command Center 4.0 will be built to perfection once it's all said and done. New floors coming in a couple of weeks. We're going to be cooking with gas pretty soon. Most underrated fight on the card. I think it's the co-main event, honestly. I think it's Michelle Waterson-Gomez versus Amanda Lemos. Not enough love given to this card. I feel like most people are considering Miesha Tate, Lauren Murphy sort of the co-main event, just in the main card kickoff spot. And not a lot of people are talking about this fight. And not a lot of people are talking about Michelle Waterson-Gomez as someone who can even compete competitively in this fight. A lot of people feel like Lemos is going to just run her over. And like I've said before, and I said it on the preview show, if this fight gets to the halfway point, it's going to get real interesting. So I don't think Michelle Waterson-Gomez is getting enough attention here. I think she's being completely overlooked. And I think that is the more underrated fight on the card. I think these two are just going to beat the hell out of each other, and it's going to be a fun fight.
She hasn't been finished in 5 years. Waterson-Gomez has not been finished in like 5 years. I don't know where all. I'm not saying that Lemos can't do it. Lemos certainly has the power to finish anyone. That's what makes it so intriguing. But everyone thinks she's going to run through the karate hottie. It's strange to me. It's very disrespectful. It's like people didn't see. Did people not see Lemos's like last 2 fights? Like I'm so confused. Did those 2 fights not happen? Like she's almost a 3-1 favorite going into this. Coming up a 2 fight one fight loss and then 1 fight that a lot of people think she should have lost. So. She's a really good talent, but she's not ever like this is her 3rd sort of veteran opponent in a row. So we'll see. This is the test to see like kind of a better gauge of where she's at, because losing to Jessica Andrade, no shame in it. Everyone does. Jessica Andrade rules, and a close fight with Angela Hill, which I still think she won, by the way. Amanda Lemos, but was not exactly the most convincing performance.
That was a great performance against Angela Hill. I thought she lost though.
But she exactly. But people think she lost, right? So.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm surprised about the line, but I get it too. People still say Amanda Lemos has like this boogie woman, like she can come out and just because she has great highlights in the strawweight.
Sure. But why does Waterson-Gomez get no respect? That's my question. Like, where's the disrespect here? Like, she's been fighting the best for like so long, and she doesn't get finished. So I don't know where.
Are you picking her? Are you picking her?
I am picking her. Yeah, I did.
You're picking Michelle Waterson. Michelle? Oh, there you go.
I did. It's official. It's in their predictions. I can't take it back now.
Woo-hoo. All right.
I'm also the worst person in the world at picking fights, so that's probably not a good sign.
Yeah.
Good. I'm picking Lemos, but this is going to be a close fight. This has Splitty written all over it. Which fight will be fight of the night, and why will it be Shane Burgos versus Charles Jourdain?
My answer for the last question, underrated fight? Oh, Simone Shore. That's all. Back to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Burgos Jourdain is the front runner for sure. But like I just said, I think the co-main event could be a factor in this conversation as well. I really think it's going to be a really good fight. I think it's going to be one of those ones where Lemos just has such a like big first round, maybe even hurts Michelle. But I think Michelle is able to weather the storm and come back and make it a fun fight. So yeah, Burgos Jourdain is the front runner, but don't sleep on the co-main event.
Especially if Burgos Jourdain just ends in like quick, it could end in a quick knockout. Like it's unlikely both guys are pretty durable, but they're also like amazing strikers. So that's certainly a possibility. I will say, what's the other one? The main event. The main event. I mean, these awards tend to be biased towards the main event anyway, so they already have that advantage. So as long as it's a competitive, like back and forth 5-round fight, they already have an advantage. So very, very good possibility that Ortega and Rodriguez get it.
Samoa Shore, I think Soriano Lungimbula will be a short fight, but I think it'll be crazy for as long as it lasts. So, I mean, there's a few options here. There's definitely a few options here.
All right. Let me go to these questions.
Is Josh Emmett in the front seats? No, I don't think so, and he should be. He should be on Long Island right now. In the front seat, he should be on the desk. Like he should have pushed to be on the desk for this card. Like he should be here. I don't think he is there, judging by his social media presence right now. But he should be there. But nope, he's not there.
And that's why Josh Emmett isn't most likely getting a title shot, or he's at the mercy of Ortega and Yair's performance.
Did you guys see the follow-up interview he did with? I want to say it's with my MMA with MMA News or my MMA News on Twitter. Did you see the follow-up Emmet did regarding the situation?
I know James talked to him. I didn't watch it though.
So someone on Twitter called CT or at Tommy CH just messaged me. They wanted to correct the record. They said they're tired of the fake news. They didn't put it this way. They're actually very polite about it, and just said that they had seen Emmett's interview. And apparently Emmet says the UFC did have Octagon side tickets for him. He got confused because he also got tickets from a sponsor. And I guess he got them mixed up. That's Emmett's story. So I don't know if he's retracting. And let's remember, Emmet was.
He had tickets.
Yeah.
What I don't understand. So
he probably had. I think he got worse. I think he got worse tickets from a sponsor, and so he kind of got apparently, and then so got the sponsor tickets mixed up with Octagon with the UFC tickets. I don't know. Again, this is a lot of he said, they said, he said, they said / Faber said. Remember, Faber was. Emmet complained about the night of. Faber's the one that kind of really set the story on fire when he spoke to the media. So there was like a little bit of secondhand from Faber. So you know it is, broken telephone, signals get crossed, things like that. So it's possible. I mean, I could see that. Listen, this wouldn't rank among the like 100 dumbest things that have happened in the UFC. So very, very possible that Emmet just got the situation mixed up. So hopefully there's that. Not any beef.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious, right? He should have been Octagon side to call someone out, and he's like, he just got the wrong tickets.
He just yelling we just hear some guy yelling in the fight, "You suck!" It's like, who is that?
They told me they wanted me to call him out. I got to do it.
Oh man! There we go. Anik, Felder, DC, all rocking the Gold Blazers. This warms my heart.
Good job, ABC. Do it right.
You look amazing.
Fantastic. Look at the look on it. Like, if Anik is so happy right now. That guy is so happy.
He slept in that jacket.
I would. If I got that jacket, I'd sleep in it every night. Do you guys think Jan Blachowicz will actually drop to 185 or no?
No.
AK.
I assume he's fought at that weight before. That's not crazy, right? As a young man, has he never fought at middleweight?
I mean, at some point he was 185 growing up. He went
going. His body at some point passed the 185 marker.
I mean, at some point
biologically
he was 35 pounds.
I'm trying to find if he's ever competed. I don't see a record for it. I think it looks like he's actually, like a lot of people, just started at heavyweight, no weight cut, or at least took some fights at heavyweight. Yeah, I'm not seeing. I am not seeing any middleweight record.
He's not going 85. He ain't going 85.
He is a massive human. He's a huge guy. He's a huge guy. He's going to take like a year.
Just like his frame. His frame is just big. Yeah.
Does this come from anything? Has he mentioned it, or is this just a unprompted?
No, he talked about it on the MMA Hour.
Oh well, if he's talked about it,
I think it was a little tongue in cheek. It was a little, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll go to 85. He's
6'2". That's pretty tall.
We are 11 minutes and 50 seconds and counting from the first fight,
Oh,
according
I
to
see.
the
Yeah.
countdown.
Is that their count? All right.
Yeah. I got
That's
about
their
10
count.
minutes.
All right.
Hang around, people. Hang around.
Rock at 11:30 here, Casey, and I think we're good.
All right, 11:30. All right. Okay, here we go. Here you're going to talk about this.
Over under 4.5
Ooh.
finishes tonight.
That's a great line. First of all, that's a great line. Nevathan, that's the perfect line. First of all, that is the perfect line. 4.5.
Let me see what I got.
Let me pull up my picks. I think I try to like reach. No, you know what? I reached for a couple because I didn't want to be the guy who just put all decisions. So according to my official MMA Fighting crew picks, I have 5 finishes. So I'm going over.
I have 6 finishes. I have 6 finishes on mine.
I'm right under 4. That's why I said this line is so perfect. I think 4.5 is the perfect line. So I'm right under at 4. So yeah, that's set where it should be. Well done, oddsmaker, Nevathan Kuganantam.
That's a perfect one. Yeah, though I changed the Dustin Jacoby Daun Jung fight to a finish in the 3rd round, even though I feel like that's going to be a decision.
Who gets the finish?
I got Jung in the 3rd round.
Ooh.
Wait, I picked Jung decision. Yeah.
Hey boys, shout out to the crew. I'm up at 12:40 a.m. Sunday morning Australian time for a banger of a card. My feeling is this will be better than 276.
Whoa.
Cool.
Okay. I mean,
a really good card except for the main event.
Wow. Main event was a technical showcase, man.
Casey, you're the only one who liked that fight.
Technical.
Casey, I don't know how to tell you this. You're the only one who liked the fight.
Because I appreciate high level kickboxing.
That's fine. But you don't have to like. It's not an entertaining fight. That's fine. Like it's okay for people to not like the fight. Let me put it this way. It was a dominant performance by Israel Adesanya. Anyone who says it wasn't a dominant performance is completely wrong. So dominant. But I
watch for dominance. I watch for dominance.
That's fine.
I'm like,
this is awesome. There's Megan O'Leary with the gold jacket. She's doing a stand up. I love this. She's back. She's like in the arena, like in the concourse, and there's a whole bunch of people behind her just like cheering and yelling. This is the best.
She's a woman of the people. She's so good.
Kudos to the UFC. I mean, I know a lot of times we come on and the UFC does silly things and we discuss the silly things, but everything about this is fantastic.
And that's why the freaking Venom deal sucks. Because
oh my gosh.
The ESPN, the announcers, they get creative freedom to have fun, but then freaking Venom though, because they want a few extra dollars so they can pay the Nelk boys more money at brunch.
For the record, we are criticizing the deal itself, not the fine apparel of Venom clothing. Venom, if you are interested in, I'm just saying sponsorship. Listen, I don't want to cut off any sponsorship opportunities. So the fine material of Venom, we're not criticizing. It is the deal we are talking about, and the UFC's the way they handle their deals. Just to make that clear. You're pretty fired up there, Casey. I don't want to hurt any feelings, any sponsors' feelings.
Yes, we want the Otno rash guards made ASAP.
All right. Questions.
Uh-oh.
This is a frozen.
Laughed. That's not a good
frozen line. Questions. La la la.
Oh, did we read out this comment? Shoutouts to Shaun Donoghue in Australia.
We just did.
We just did. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't say it.
Remember, it led to Israel Adesanya. And poor Dan Helly, Michael Chiesa, and Dean Thomas don't get to wear the gold jackets.
Oh, come on. Okay, I take everything back.
That's. Where do they go with Ortega if he wins tonight? Go ahead, AK. What do you think?
Excellent question. I for one, would have no problem with the rematch. I don't think that's the direction they're necessarily heading in. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. The first fight was so good. It was so good. A convincing win for Volkanovski for sure. Not controversial. But, man, those like moments where Ortega almost had it. Holy crap. I can't remember. It's one of those fights that gave me goosebumps. I felt like my blood pressure rise. Like, you don't always get that in these kind of, at that level that you hope for it. You don't always get it. That's as close as like, and we're talking about Volkanovski now being the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world, and Ortega was legitimately that close to ending that title run, just like that. And he's going to be thinking about those chokes that he just couldn't finish for the rest of his life. But it was a great effort. So I have no problem running that one back. I think it's too soon. I still think it's something they can do in the future. Outside of that, I'm not sure. I got to bring up my my rankings here. there's still a lot of good fights for him, but I mean, at that point, now he has a name that people want to take, and he's probably a lot more strategic with who he takes on next. So, yeah, I'm not sure about it. Could be Josh Emmett. That could be Josh Emmett's number. He might not go through Ortega. I know we're saying if Ortega wins, best case scenario for Josh gets a title shot. UFC might not see it that way. Volkanovski might not see it that way. He might go another direction, and then Emmet might have to fight Ortega. So it's harsh. It's harsh, but that's how it is when you're trying to get to the top.
Yeah, I think if he goes out there, just runs, like just steamrolls Yair, like clocks him in 30 seconds, and then just clubs and subs him, I think they will go back to that well.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Volkanovski's got the injury, he's going to be out 12 weeks before he could start getting back after it. So, and you have a story here. You could just go back to that third round, and just that could be the whole story of the fight. But if he goes out and gets a decision win, or has to struggle and maybe gets a late finish, then it's the Josh Emmett fight. So I think it'll be him, Josh Emmett next, pretty much no matter what happens. But unless Ortega just goes out there and blasts Yair, where Yair does nothing and just gets run over, then they might go back to the well.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with Mike says. If Ortega does something we've never seen that people have done to Yair, almost like a Frankie Edgar type of beating to give to Yair, or just even knocks Yair out on the standing, yeah, I think Ortega leapfrogs Emmet. But I don't think it would take very much for, unless this fight just sucks and Ortega somehow wins, and there's no way this fight's gonna suck. I really think there's no way Emmet's gonna get a title shot next over Ortega, unless Ortega's injured or something. But yeah.
If I send you a tweet, do we have the technology to play it for our viewers?
Play it. Send me the tweet. Where?
Okay, I will send you the tweet, because this is what I think. You were saying if Ortega does something we've never, I'll send to you on our Slack. Does something we've never seen before, and I think I'm going to send you these. I don't know if you saw this clip. These moves that were broken out at a show in, I don't even know what show this was, possibly Russia. These are some incredible moves. I wish I should have shared it with the group yesterday. I hope people know what I'm talking about. Anyone who follows Kaposa, of course, Akrobaka Hitman, he's always posting just the most amazing KOs, submissions, and most bizarre things you've ever seen in a fight. And are you seeing this, Casey?
Well, just here. You know,
you want me to try and describe it?
Yeah. No, just do it. Just do it.
Oh, just do it? Okay. I've been practicing. That's good. I was prepared for this moment. So I don't know what's going on in this fight. I don't know the names of the fighters. Oh, sorry. This is from an AMC Fight Nights event. So this was almost definitely in Russia. And this young man, I don't know the weight class or anything. So first he does what I call the double snake. It's like the double snake feint. So he hits him with this. He goes like this. Huh, huh, huh. He hits him with two of those. His opponent looks stunned. Because if he had walked into range of the snake bite, I mean, we could be talking about a fatality right now. And then the next part of the clip, this was credit to Kaposta, Akrobaka Hitman for clipping this. I can't do this physically, I don't think. He does like a hop. He does like a short hop and throws his legs up behind his butt, vaguely in the direction of his opponent. So, guys, just go to, if we can't get it running, go to Kaposta's feed and check this out. It is truly outstanding. And if Ortega does that, you bet your asses. Just give him the title. Forget title shot. He just gets the title. You strip Volkanovski of the title, and if he breaks out these moves. Just absurd.
That's pretty awesome. All right.
Yeah. You guys can check my feed. It's way up there on my feed. I just retweeted yesterday. So check my at Alexander K. Lee. Check it out. Yeah. People in the comments saw it.
I've watched.
I'll throw the link in the chat. Can I throw the link? I'll throw the link in the chat.
Have you seen the video of Emmanuel the emu?
I don't think I have.
That's all. Emmanuel. You check out Emmanuel the emu. He's
okay.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen on the internet.
Okay. I put the link in the chat so people can see. There we go.
Check out. I retweeted it. It's so good.
Emmanuel the emu.
Yeah. All right. It's interesting.
Should Jack Shore be where O'Malley is? Probably not. Skill-wise, sure, but again, we have to do sure. But Shaun's big business, just with his shows and his social media presence and all of that, you have to play the game all the way around. And Jack has a good personality. And maybe he could play that game, but Shaun's just way ahead of a lot of guys in that division, which is why he's where he's at. And guys like Ricky Simone and Jack Shore are kind of where they're at. And Ricky's a fun dude too. We don't get to see it often because Ricky doesn't do a ton of media. He only does with like specific people. And I guess I understand why, but yeah, O'Malley's a star. O'Malley is a star. And sometimes with the sport, that outweighs your skills inside the octagon, which may not be the right way to look at things, but it's the way the UFC certainly looks at things.
It absolutely is the right way to look at things because that's how we talk about things. We talk about, is this entertaining? Is this entertaining? And that's what O'Malley brings in the cage and outside. You may not find it entertaining. I might not find his podcast funny or whatever or insightful, but this is entertainment above it all. Yeah, you have to win. That's kind of important, but entertainment above all. And Jack Shore's a super good fighter, but entertaining might not be there.
I confess, I know very little about Jack Shore personally. I should watch more of his interviews. I know almost nothing about him outside of his fighting. I could tell you, so there's a test when you're talking about fictional characters, like how good a fictional character is, like as far as how well written they are and how designed they are, is like how much can you describe them without? How long does it take you to get to like describing what they look like? Outside of that, like how much can you describe them? So some of the best characters, you can say like a million things about them, and doesn't matter look like. For a fighter marketability, how much can you just talk about them and describe them without describing their fighting style? That's the version of this that this test would be for MMA. So for Sean O'Malley, there's like a million hooks again, and this in this case you can include appearance. So like you can talk about he has crazy hair, he loves smoking the marijuana, he loves playing video games, he has 2 podcasts, he doesn't care about who he fights next. He doesn't campaign. Like we've heard from him, for better or for worse. We've heard from him.
He absolutely does care who he fights next. By the way.
Well, but he's not. He said I like his policy of like I'm not going to fight a top 10 guy until I'm making top 10.
Oh
money.
yeah, I got you.
I mean, he's like I don't understand people saying.
The fact
why
that he
aren't you
said
trying
that
to fight him?
publicly. He said that publicly, which a lot of fighters say privately, but he said it publicly, which is great. Yeah.
And it just made sense. And you're kind of like, oh, why would someone say that? And you think about it for 2 seconds, and you're like, oh yeah, why would he do that? So he's very open, he's very forthcoming. And again, I haven't mentioned his fighting style once, and that's a whole other thing. And then people enjoy his fighting style as well. But before that, there's like so many things. He has so many hooks for people of his generation. Not me, I'm too old, but people of his generation and younger people to get into. So there's a reason where he is where he is. And
such a star. We're talking about Sean O'Malley, and he's not even fighting on this card over the most underrated fight on this card.
All right, I think let's play the bonus game, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's play the bonus game, and then we'll make our official picks. AK,
thank you for all the questions.
Yeah, you're the best. We'll have more questions, of course, on the post-fight show. But AK, please, who will win bonuses in your eyes?
I do think Ortega and Yair are going to steal the fight of the night. I think it'll be like on par with Burgos Jourdain, but because it's the main event, because I think it's going to go 5 rounds, they get the main event. The main event rub finishes. Like I said, I haven't picked that. Oh, I should check. Okay, I've only picked 4 finishes. Like I said, I'm under. So I have to go with Herbert Burns, who I think is going to get a quick sub. And I think Muslim Salikov is going to get a highlight reel knockout of Li Jingliang after like kind of a kind of a feeling out process, like kind of like oh this fight isn't that exciting. I think Salikov's gonna find something and get a big unorthodox and surprising knockout.
Filling out what? Say it again.
Feeling out a process.
It's so cute the way you say it.
This is.
I'll probably go. I'll go Burgos Jourdain fight of the night. I just think they're just gonna beat the shit out of each other. I will go with Sumaderji to get a bonus, and I will go with Puna Soriano to get a bonus. Casey.
Fight of the night, main event, performance of the night, Sumajeri, and performance of the night, Jack Shore.
Whoa, okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Gold.
All right, let's go. Main card. Here's the picks. Let me get the betting lines up here and ready to go. Lauren Murphy, the underdog AK at plus 165. She takes on Miesha Tate. Some money coming in on Murphy. Miesha Tate is now a minus 195 favorite. It is hovering over minus 200 pretty much all week long. Who gets it done?
Murphy by decision.
Samesies. Casey.
Dominant decision by Murphy.
Ooh, spicy.
All right. Punahele Soriano minus 230. Come back on Dolce Lungiambula plus 195. I'm going Puna Soriano first round KO. Casey.
Soriano KO second round.
AK.
Soriano decision.
And as we said that, Miesha Tate back up to a minus 205 according to DraftKings. So people are just like, let's go with what these guys say and go the exact opposite way. And
Not a bad strategy. Not a bad strategy, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I'm going backwards, by the way. So you just got a bonus one because
Yeah.
DraftKings goes the wrong way. Shane Burgos minus 165. Charles Jourdain plus 140. Casey.
Jourdain decision.
Wow. AK.
Burgos decision.
Burgos decision for me as well. I'm going Sumaderji first round knockout minus 260. Matt Schnell plus 220. AK.
Schnell submission round 2. He's gonna test this guy.
All right, Casey.
Beat him apparently. Sumajari knockout round 1.
King of Kung Fu, Muslim Salikov, minus 170 to come back on Li Jingliang, plus 145. Casey.
Salikov knockout round 3.
AK.
I'm going round 2. Yeah, takes him 1 round and a bit to find the range, and then gets it and takes Li Jingliang down.
Second round knockout for me. For Li Jingliang, baby.
Whoa!
Let's go.
Woo!
Let's go. Co-main event, Amanda Lemos minus 295 to come back on Michelle Waterson Gomez plus 245. I'm going Lemos to hang on by a thread to win a split decision. Casey.
Kind of same thing. Lemos in a close decision. Starts off fast. Michelle Waterson's so dang tough. And actually, Michelle Waterson puts a beating on Lemos in the 3rd round. But Lemos still gets to win, and the crowd boos Lemos, even though she deserved the win. One of those fights.
That's pretty much what I think. AK, go ahead. Pick the upset, baby.
Split, but for Waterson Gomez, I think we're going to get, and I think it'll play out very similar to the Angela Hill fight, except the judges, I don't know what the judging situation is going to be in New York, and I think Lemos may not like it at the end of the night.
Main event of the afternoon, Brian Ortega, the minus 165 favorite. Comeback on Yair Rodriguez, plus 140 AK.
I'm going Ortega decision. I think he's going to use that jiu-jitsu. I think he's going to create some scramble opportunities, some clinch trips, takedowns, things like that. He's going to make it dirty. Just enough to convincingly take like 2 out of the 3 rounds. 2 out of the 3 rounds. 2 out of the 5 rounds, excuse me. And then there'll be one other round that's kind of like a toss-up. Could be the 2 rounds for Yair, but it'll be enough. I think it'll be enough for Ortega to get the win.
We will have more main event judging controversy talk after this fight is over. This will be a close fight that goes the full distance. It'll be 2-2 heading into the 5th round. On some cards, we're going to be looking at the scorecards when it's all said and done, dissecting them. We'll be putting the actual image of the scorecard on the post-fight show screen. But Yair Rodriguez is going to pull off the plus 140 dog ticket, in my opinion, and eke out a decision. Casey, why are you picking Brian Ortega, and how does he do it?
I'm picking El Pantera.
Whoa! All right.
Decision.
Yes.
Much like you said, in a fight of the year type of fight where both gentlemen will be going to the hospital afterwards. We will not see them for the post presser, but they will receive an extra $50,000 check for their brain damage that they're going to take tonight.
All right. Hit the music. Here we go. We said we're going to go.
Yep. We're ready?
We said we're going to go to the first punch is thrown, and the first punch has been thrown. Here we go. Jessica Penne, Emily Ducote going on right now. Enjoy your lunch while you watch fights.
Yeah.
And we'll see you after the fact of the post-fight show. Of course, follow along MMAfighting.com's YouTube channel, New York Rick, and MMA Hour Alex on site. We'll have the post-fight interviews and scrums ready for you. So for AK, for Casey, I am Mike Heck. Enjoy the fights, everybody. We'll see you later on the post-fight show.